Hey everybody, today I just wanted to share a little bit about basically doing camera operations, so how to use the vision acquisition and vision development capabilities in LabVIEW, also how we can stream those over the network. And so we've got an example here. So we've got a server and a client. This is actually, this server will accept any number of clients and stream the video content over it. If you're interested in this code specifically, the link to this repository is available in the description of the video. So if you want to just take this and use it as is. So first, let's talk a little bit about how this works. So in our server, we've got, and first we're just listing all of the cameras that are connected. We're looking specifically for this one called Surface Camera Rear. This is hard-coded in here, which probably isn't the best, but you'll need to adjust this for the specific camera you're working with. Other goal is to move that to like a config file or something in the future, but for now it's just hard-coded. That's the camera I want. Then we're basically going to open up the camera, and we're going to configure a grab, so our buffer size. We're also going to use this iMac create to create a memory location for our images. So we're defining RGB and 3 border size, and we've named it just feed. This vision acquisition loop, I also forgot to mention we have this queue built. So we're just grabbing frames here and queuing them up there. So down in here, we're just using this iMac DX grab to just grab frames. So this loop is just going to iterate, over and over again at the rate at which the camera is set up to operate. So if you had like a 30 frames per second camera, this is going to, the goal would be to have this iterate 30 times per second. 60 frames per second camera would obviously be faster. And then, we're just taking that frame and updating this on the server, just the little image display, so you can see it on the server side. And we're also putting it up into this queue. Now up here, we have, so we're using NISTM. So we've got this connection manager, which basically is just listening for incoming TCP connections. When they come in, it accepts them. Pretty relatively simple. And then we've got this image streaming loop. So we're just basically taking all of the connections that are everyone who's actively connected, and we are sending them the latest images. So we're converting this image to string. So there's this iMac flatten image to string. We're flattening this to a string, sending that over, and on the receiving side, we are unflattening that from a string back to an iMac image. So that's pretty much it on the server side. On the client side, we have 2 loops. So we have this image receiving loop. So when we initialize the client, we do have a config file for this. So basically, the config file just stores the IP address or DNS name of the server that we want to connect to and the port that it's listening on. So it's just looking there. That way we can kind of adjust this on the fly. And then this initialize STM is just doing the actual initial attempt to connect. So there's that. Sweet. And then, in this loop, we're basically just reading, messages using STM from our server. And, if we get a successful message without any timeouts or errors, we're just displaying that on the screen. And then when we're done, we're closing the client out. Down here is where we're doing our event handling. So we've basically just got this screenshot option, which basically just takes the current image and saves it as a JPEG. So I can just take a snapshot of the current image, and I'm on my way. There also is this AVI, which is a way that we can start recording what's going on. So by default, the client is just showing the video feed. If I want to actually start recording that video feed, I can do this. Basically, we're just asynchronously launching this little AVI grabber that's taking in the images and writing them to an AVI file. So there's that. And yeah, we just got exit, and that shuts this down. So that's kind of the code. Let's
Canon Controls is your gateway to mastering LabVIEW. Dive into programming for data acquisition, industrial communications, and manufacturing automation. Explore how to enhance your projects with cybersecurity best practices. Join the journey to elevate your skills and secure your systems with every episode.